Hey Virgo, welcome to your April 2025 monthly reading. We're just going to go ahead and get started here and jump straight in. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look here, Virgo. You did pull your own card here, the first card that we got here, which is the Eight of Pentacles. And for the ones that are wondering how that's your card, well, it's Sun in Virgo. So it's Virgo energy in general, but specifically Sun in Virgo. You can have any Virgo placement, right? Let's see here. Yeah, I think one of your challenges at this time is I feel like you're trying to let me back up for a second. Here before I jump in here. Let's see here, Virgo. Let me pull these cards here. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below in the description. And my cell is still going as well. Okay. All right, Virgo, I see now. All right. Virgo. I'm going to pull your oracle cards and then we'll see what's going on here. You pulled this void off course moon card. It says missing. Yeah, I feel the connection emotionally to something is missing. Two of Cups in the challenge. I feel like something emotionally is missing. Now, this could be in your relationships, partnerships. This could even be with inside yourself. One thing when I see here when it comes to yourself, because the Ten of Cups is your advice, is I feel like what could be missing is the imagination. Hear me out for a second. The imagination sparks desire and it sparks meaning. And the North Node right now is in Pisces, and Pisces represents imagination, our idealistic side, dreams, visions. And you're the opposite sign, Virgo. You deal more so with the practical stuff and what's methodical and practical. But that's what the South Node is. And I think right now what you're having to kind of learn is that North Node in Pisces. Like because the North Node is all about creating a better future, and with it being in Pisces, well, it's the more idealistic, spiritual, dreamy future. But at the same time, having to trust and surrender and have faith that the divine will order it in the way that we're trying to manifest it. And I think that could be one thing that you're struggling with is the connection, like the meaningful connection to something. And the vision could be missing. But the Ten of Cups is saying to reclaim your mind, reclaim your vision here. Stay confident and bold with your ideas. Remain in alignment with what you do value and what it is that you are trying to create. I'm going to pull your oracle cards and then we'll jump in. Because you do have the King of Wands here in the future, which I do like. And then the Five of Wands here in the outcome, which I'm kind of neutral about that. I don't think it's a good thing or a bad thing. You did pull this unmarked trail card. It says Revelation. If you have Leo placements, watch the Leo reading because they pulled these exact same cards. One thing I do see here is that, yeah, the unmarked trail, Revelation, there is a whole new reality here that you can establish and create. Don't let just because things right now may be difficult, don't let that narrow your vision at this time. Like the dreams and shit that you're trying to manifest and the happy outcomes that you're really trying to manifest, they are all within inside of your grasp here. You pulled this standstill card. Yep. It's like you're in this void. You're in a void. And very interesting though, because the standstill can be a good thing. That standstill, it can be a bad thing too. The standstill can be good, right? So for instance, have you ever seen like a stork hunt for food? Like they just stand there and they watch the creek until something comes by, then they snatch that opportunity, right? They get it, right? But also sometimes we can stand still for too long. Like the stork's not gonna stay there for a fucking hour, right? Maybe he will, I'm not sure. But if after a while he's gonna be like, all right, nothing's fucking coming here. Like, let me move around. Let me fly to the other side. I kind of get that that's the balance that you're learning here. Is learning how to surrender and be still and wait and allow for the divine to bring you things, to bring you the next step. And then also at the same time, not slipping into becoming too idle. And I think that's the balance here that you're really learning here with the Eight of Pentacles for the overall energy for you for the month. It's interesting because the Eight of Pentacles is about progress, and it's about development, and it's about improving things, and it's about hard works and setting yourself up to be able to reap those rewards and those gains in the future. So this is going to be a month here to where I see you really working, grinding, Virgo. And you got that carrot that I feel like you're working toward. But I do feel like the month of April, I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna sell you a fucking fairy tale. I think this is about, there's a carrot that you have for yourself, something that you're trying to obtain. 10 of Cups, like that carrot, that the vision and the completion that's gonna spiritually and emotionally fulfill you. And yeah, it's definitely there. But I feel like that Eight of Pentacles, this is where you're doing a lot of work. Like this is where you're setting things up, doing a lot of work. It's the grind. But I do see you being able to get that carrot. You have the Seven of Wands here in your current energy. Yeah, I feel like right now, I feel like Virgos are kind of standing on business here. I think Seven of Wands is about standing up for what it is that you believe in and not backing down. It's about having strong conviction and fighting for what it is that you want, right? And being your own confident authority and taking the lead and taking charge and not letting other people knock you down or knock you back. If you're in anything competitive here, I feel like one thing that you're learning is how to refine and perfect your skill and your craft here. So if you're going up against competition, or there's competition in the mix, whether you're in sales or whether you're on YouTube, content creation, there's competition everywhere. And competence is the Eight of Pentacles. So you're learning how to become more competent and master something here. And I feel with the Seven of Wands, it's about really standing up for yourself, believing in yourself here. I was just reading, it wasn't the Seven of Wands, but it was the Two of Wands. I was reading about the Two of Wands. And one of the things that they were talking about with the Two of Wands is it's a poem that they put with the Two of Wands, and it's I think it's from like a general or something like that. And it's very interesting. The reason why I was reading about the Two of Wands, because it's Aries, it's Mars in Aries, and it's the first decan of Aries season. The first decan of Aries is a Mars decan, and so I was like going through the Two of Wands, Three of Wands, Four of Wands, the Emperor, just re-looking at the Aries energy, re-looking at the tarot. One of the poems was all about, basically, to sum it up, the gist of it is, whatever you believe you can do, you can do. Whatever you think you can't do, well, then you can't do. But it was the Two of Wands. It was about getting from point A to point B. That's the whole thing, about getting from point A to point B. But first, you have to believe that you can get from point A to point B. Because if you don't believe that you can get from point A to point B, well, then you won't get to point A to point B. So belief is one thing. Two of Cups is belief in yourself. And 10 of Cups is the vision and the dream and the things here that you're trying to obtain and the happiness that you're trying to obtain are all within inside your reach. Don't let the, Eight of Pentacles is when we do have to focus on the small things and the details. We have to be practical, methodical with our work. We can't just sit back and dream, right? So there is the work that's involved. But sometimes through that work, what we're first ideally imagining how it will go, the expectation of it, usually it doesn't get met. And whenever it doesn't get met, then we start to fucking pick ourselves apart and we start to get cynical and critical, right? That's that South Node shadow of Virgo, South Node in Virgo, where the South Node's in your sign. So this is about understanding how you can improve and get better, and understand that the North Node in Pisces is about the divine's order of things and how it's going to bring it to you on the divine's time, but having to have trust and faith and optimism that, yeah, everything is conspiring in your favor. So don't lose connection to your dreams and to yourself and to the possibilities here. This King of Swords is, I see you being very focused in the month of April. King of Swords is not playing around. I feel like you're not playing around. I feel like you're very focused, concentrated. You don't have time for distractions. You're very much mastering your craft. You have the Five of Wands here in the outcome, which is competition. That's why I said if you're in anything competitive, Five of Wands, Seven of Wands is usually the victor, right? The one that gets the victory. But nonetheless, there's friction and challenge and competition. And I still kind of get their things kind of being competitive, but I think for the most part, Five of Wands, this is you really being competitive with yourself. It's like you're challenging yourself. So with that, it's like it's testing who you are and your sense of self, and it's helping you level up here. So I think this Five of Wands is actually really good. Eight of Cups is in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Be aware of drifting and wandering. If you ever read Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil, he talks about drifting. And we can easily drift, right? Eight of Pentacles is about being goal-oriented, specifically with the King of Wands. or King of Swords here that you have. But the Eight of Cups can be wandering and drifting. It's good to wander sometimes. Somebody commented, said all who wander aren't lost. Well, that's very fucking true. But also, if you keep wandering and you eventually gonna get lost. So I feel to not drift. It's like, yeah, maybe it's okay to like drift and wander a little bit, but to get back on top of things, get back on the grind. Eight of Pentacles. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Strength card. Yeah, Strength card is about channeling your energy, effort, and attention into your work and in your craft. Strength card as well is also about courage, having the courage to, Eight of Pentacles is the sun in Virgo, so it's about having the courage, because Virgo does with refinement, personal development, and it shows you the differentiation of where your shortcomings are and having to have the courage to get better and to face your weaknesses, to face your shortcomings. Clarify the Seven of Wands. You have the Death card here. Yep. You're going through a massive transformation. And, it's interesting. You're done with this transformation energy with this Death card, for one. So the Seven of Wands is about, this is about I feel the Seven of Wands is about you kind of getting back up here. Getting back on the horse. If you've been knocked down, it's about getting back on top of the horse. Clarify the Two of Cups in your challenge. You pulled the Lovers here, and this could definitely be, I feel like this is a connection to your higher self and these bigger ideals in which you see yourself in the future living, right? And this could be relationships too. I will say with relationships, all you have to do is just see the positive with the Ten of Cups. Don't pick things apart, just see the positive in things, and I feel like things will be fine. Clarify the King of Swords in the future. You have the Tower here. Give me one more. And you have the Two of Swords here. Yeah, I feel here you'll be ready. There's a breakthrough here coming for you in the month of April. There will be a breakthrough. This King of Swords is going to be you very ready here to break free from any type of limitation. The Tower talks about when we have hit a plateau. So the King of Swords talks about with the Eight of Pentacles, refining things, getting better, improving things, and then we have our moment where we break through our plateau. And really through that whole process, you're mastering, you're becoming better, King of Swords. You're becoming a master. So all this experience and wisdom here that you have are about to all come together here. That's going to create a massive breakthrough in the month of April. Clarify the Five of Wands in the outcome. You have the Three of Swords here. I would be aware of power struggles and power games. If it ain't worth it, don't get into it. Right? I think it's time for you to pick your battles here and not, get pulled into little things here, Virgo, in the month of April. But I think too, Five of Wands, Three of Swords is competition, and I'm going to pull one more. You pull the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like it's competition. Like, definitely competition. Nine of Pentacles is reaping your rewards and your gains. Three of Swords deals with relationships and others. And the Five of Wands deals with, struggle. So I feel like you just have to, I think you can, just because it's in the outcome position doesn't mean that's what's happening, right? That doesn't mean that's set in stone. It's like to be aware of it, like that you have full control over your free will to get the best outcome here. And the best way you can avoid failure, I feel here, or to avoid, to avoid failure is to like really channel all this energy into yourself and wanting to get better. And I would say don't project onto others here as well, and don't compare yourself to others as well, because I feel like you're getting a lot of success and there's good things happening here, but you may be comparing yourself. I feel like you're a very competitive person, so you're always maybe constantly comparing yourself, which that's what's creating the heartbreak and making you feel like you're unworthy or you're not good enough. And that's not true at all. You're just in a process of, you're in your own process. Clarify the Ten of Cups as your advice. You have the Hierophant here. And I would say the Hierophant, Ten of Cups is about, the Hierophant is about guides, mentors, teachers, and education, and really relying on those things at this time. If you need a mentor, you need a guide, you need a teacher, or the Hierophant can be your spiritual practices as well, something that is sacred, something that gives you support and that gives you faith through tough times, so that you can be guided by a higher form of wisdom. So I think that's a really strong piece of advice here, is to seek higher wisdom at this time and live your life accordingly by it. Clarify the Eight of Cups. You have the Eight of Cups. Yeah. So I would just say, be aware of wandering and drifting. Stay on top of things here in the month of April, Virgo. You did pull this Black Moon Lilith card. It says mystery here. Yeah, I think there's going to be this part of yourself that comes back online. It's like this very competitive part of yourself. Maybe you've got to cut it off. I think it's coming back online. I think it's going to help you, though. You pulled this Dream Thief card. It says refusal of the call. Yeah, and I would say, you know, the dreams are right within inside your grasp. I'm telling you, don't feel like you can't do it, or don't feel like it's not attainable, because it is attainable. And you did pull this opportunity card, so look out for opportunities. Also in the month of April, because I definitely do pick up intuitively. And yeah, I see here with this Tower, the King of Swords, that there could be an opportunity that comes your way, but you may have to make a tough decision about whether or not you want to do it. So that's what I got for you, Virgo, in your reading. I think, you know, I do see that you're really trying to like bridge that connection to your higher self and really live in that higher vibration. And I think it's a lot. I think you're very close here to like really feeling that and being connected with it. So that's what I got for you, Virgo, in your reading. I appreciate you. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can. That link will be down below in the description. I'd love to do a reading for you if you need any guidance, confirmation, direction. If you want to ask me any question, that link's down below. And again, my readings are on sale. I'm wishing you the best, Virgo, and I will see you later.